Hello, everyone. This is Steve from True Market Finance. Today, I want to put together a video um, about Bitcoin. Um, as you all know, I'm very passionate about it. I actually convert pretty much all of my paycheck that I get in my regular job and on things like that into Bitcoin because I believe it's going to be the end all and be all because it's a appreciating asset, as I've preached on here a million times, and not a depreciating asset like our dollar is. Because of the government and everything else can print as much money as they want and depreciate it's your dollar. With that, as you get paid, um, you have all your regular taxes that you have to pay in that tax, your income tax, and so on and so forth. Um, and as you look at your paycheck every week, you will see also that there's a huge chunk that comes off that paycheck, and that's all legal and legit and should be because it helps protect um, a lot of things and gives us insurance and so on and so forth. But with that, um, the government printing over and over again for the silly crazy things that they want to spend on instead of infrastructure and common sense things, so they do it politically trying to make themselves look good. They'll keep printing money. With that printing money, it just depreciates their dollar. So if you're getting paid $10 an hour, you're really only getting paid like 8 or 5. Like you're not, because it's depreciating. There's inflation. There's everything that you see that in every day as we work and breathe and everything else nowadays, with inflation. That is part of printing money. It creates inflation, which makes your dollar way weaker. Bitcoin, on the other hand, appreciates because no matter how much in this world, um, more and more people come onto it, or how if the government even comes on to Bitcoin in the future, which I think is absolutely absurd. Which Germany will find out in the future without selling off all this stuff to buy money that they can print for free. Um, Bitcoin you can't print. Um, there's only 21 million in the world. There will always be 21 million in the world, and there will be no government or agency or anything else in the world that will change that concept or amount ever. You can't deflationate or you know, inflationate Bitcoin. It doesn't work. It doesn't. So as more and more, Michael Saylor puts it really well, is when you um, where they used to put on their balance sheet forever, and this cash that these companies hold, they would put it in dollars, which looks horrible to their shareholders and everything. So they got to buy buybacks or put in more dividends or anything else. But what he's done is taken his excess cash, put it into Bitcoin because it appreciates. So that dollar doesn't have to do anything. Well, they're trying to figure out where to put that dollar and everything in their business to create the next best, iPhone or whatever the Apple and so on and so forth does. Um, it just sits there in cash till they're ready for it. And while that cash is sitting there, it is creating wealth for it, just genetically, like it just because it goes up all the time. It never goes down. It fluctuates up and down. But you'll see if you look at a Bitcoin chart, it never goes below um, the lower low. So it just keeps appreciating. Where if you put Bitcoin against the Canadian dollar or Bitcoin against the US dollar or Bitcoin against the euro dollar, you will see that that euro dollar, Canadian dollar, or US dollar is going down, 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 down as Bitcoin goes up, 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 up. So this is our currency in the future, guys, because now it's even become political. Um, and the government's eventually going to see how great it's going to be. They believe it's Wisconsin's now put it on their balance sheet as well. So it's just a matter of time, and we're in this world right now where it's exciting because you're seeing this new transformation over, um, that I think is just going to keep the politicians and stuff. They're going to have to be accountable to the people. But anyway, I got slide off here to what I really wanted to make this video about today, and that's what how Bitcoin actually works compared to today's money. And this is what the video I wanted to put together today is. Just because I think a lot of people are confused on how to make that work. Because nowadays we have Bitcoin, and it's all part of all the same Bitcoin. It's not, Ethereum or something else that you can jump around. Bitcoin is Bitcoin. So now we have Bitcoin, and then with Bitcoin we have liquid Bitcoin, and then with Bitcoin we also have a thing called the Lightning Network. And I'm going to explain to you guys how that works in our everyday world and how that should work. How that works with everyone out there, kind of thing, so that you can keep safe and utilize it, because it's getting more and more used now for every single thing. Where you can get paid $10 in regular fiat, or you can get paid in Bitcoin. That includes Liquid or Lightning. Um, and you will, instead of getting $10 an hour, you will really be getting 15, 20, $100 an hour, because Bitcoin's going up 40, 50, 100, 1,000% every year. So think of it as you just keep getting this pay raise, which you got to go to your boss and beg them and chew them, or go to your union and try and get more money. This is naturally just goes up. It makes your paycheck, um, and what you get paid. So if you're working at McDonald's or whatever, you could say you're getting paid, $50 an hour, because you literally are. Where everybody else getting paid in regular dollars is getting like, $10 or five with the inflation. So this is why I wanted to bring out this video, so that you can understand, so that every day you can get more and more into how to use um, Bitcoin every day. So let's get into the video, guys, and learn how it looks like compared to today's money. So we got, first off, you have Bitcoin, the end all be all, um, beautiful thing that we have, and we're going to put it into cold storage. This is your gold, guys. This is your gold bars. So you wouldn't walk down the street with gold bars, and one is freaking way too heavy. You couldn't um, go on a trip with it and pack it in your suitcase. They wouldn't let you do that, and they wouldn't let you cross the border with that. But yet you could take cold storage and walk across the border with millions and millions of dollars in your pocket, um, and nobody know the difference. You can't do that with a gold bar. So cold storage, Bitcoin in cold storage is your gold. You should store gold in a vault or safety deposit box. And so um, with Bitcoin, your main savings, your main Bitcoin should be stored in cold storage. And that is offline. Your keys are offline. It's your vault in your world, guys. And do not share the 12 or 24 words with anyone. Make sure you're putting it on steel and putting it in the safety deposit box or a vault itself. Because if someone gets that, they can steal your money. Um, and let me tell you, somebody's gonna kill me before they're gonna ever get those things from me. Um, so you got to think the same way as a bank does nowadays. They got multiple security and cameras and everything else on a gold vault. They're just not going to let that. So you got to do the same thing. Bitcoin is self-sovereign, so you have to think for yourself on these things and make sure you secure your life that way, because it's not secure, insured and stuff like it does is with. I can imagine, in the future, who knows, maybe it'll become an insured asset. But right now it doesn't. So you have to take in those security measures on your own. So your gold, which is your Bitcoin, we want to put that in cold storage. Then we have liquid Bitcoin, guys. This is your bank. This is what you keep a portion of your money away in, but you don't keep all your savings and everything else, millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands or whatever you may have. You don't keep all your whole thing in in um, in your cold storage, because it just takes time to move that. Um, it um, it costs a lot more in fees, and we've gone through a process lately where you've seen that back at, or I believe Christmas time area, New Year's, where we had such high fees. So you don't want to um, you want to move out of cold storage bigger chunks, and you want to move those bigger chunks into your bank, which is your liquid Bitcoin. Now, liquid Bitcoin is less secure than your cold storage, but also has to go through 15 major companies. So they would have to all get together and conspire and everything else, which would ruin them in the future if, if found out or whatever, to try and steal that Bitcoin out of your liquid Bitcoin wallet. As well with um, Blockstream Jade, you can actually put liquid Bitcoin into cold storage with that, which is quite handy as well. So you can make it even more secure again by having these 15 companies, but then also you can put it in that cold storage too, and then pull it out to another maybe a more liquid Bitcoin, um, making it a little easier stuff. So there's multiple things where you could do to make that liquid Bitcoin safer, just hold there in a bank, but also you can move it out of there um, to use to move to your wallet and so on and so forth. Um, Aqua Wallet I really like a lot because I can use Aqua Wallet, uses liquid Bitcoin, goes in there. You can also put a little bit of Bitcoin in there and convert to liquid Bitcoin. But you can also send out Lightning payment with that liquid payment, which liquid Bitcoin. So I just find Aqua Wallet really handy for that kind of thing. So um, this is where I wanted to show you guys that liquid Bitcoin is your bank. This is what you would go to your regular TD Bank or Bank of America or JDP Morgan. Like this is where you keep your bank money and store it away. We have Bitcoin in cold storage because, again, we are our own bank. So um, we want to keep those gold bars of Bitcoin, like those big, our main savings in that cold storage. But we can also do a little bit of that with liquid Bitcoin through your Blockstream Jade. And your fees are like so much cheaper to move with liquid Bitcoin, like a lot less than regular Bitcoin. So this is the other aspect of why you want to move it eventually into your bank, which is your liquid Bitcoin, to get ready to use it for your everyday spending. Um, then we go into the Lightning Network. This is our wallet, guys. This is what you keep in your back pocket. So you wouldn't want to keep any more dollars in your Lightning Network than you were comfortable keeping in your back wallet. This is what you use to buy your $2 coffee, because it's just pennies to send a Lightning payment to someone or anyone. And so as everything moves and more businesses and stuff are taking on Bitcoin, this is how you transact that all the time. You go get your hair cut, you use Lightning Network. You go to get a coffee shop, you use Lightning Network. If you go to, and you can use now a lot of times through well.ca, another company that I really enjoy and like. And I'll try and put those links into the show notes below. Um, If you don't see it there or something, just contact me. I'll send it over to you, a link. And so in Canada, we can use Phoenix Wallet still, which I really enjoy there. Like I was showing you, Aqua Wallet was another good one. Another one I really enjoy a lot of times is Moon Wallet as well. That's a great Lightning wallet as well because same as your Bitcoin or your Phoenix wallet or your the Moon wallet, you can actually just send actual just Bitcoin into there. You can move and take and move Bitcoin right into that wallet, and it'll convert it right into the Lightning. Or you can actually see in Bitcoin, but then when you go to spend it, you can actually go and change it to Lightning, and then, or not even, it just does it automatically. You just pull up your Lightning QR code in there, and then it'll just send the way you want. Another thing I like about Aqua Wallet is you can keep your bank, which is your liquid Bitcoin, but then also too you can move out of that. You can use a Lightning payment as well from there, and send a Lightning payment to someone or anyone um, that way. Another thing I like about Phoenix Wallet as well, and I really hope that they can get back to the U.S. for my U.S. friends and everyone is now they've come up with a QR code that's yours. So you can put that QR code on anything or anyone or any business or whatever. So you don't have to make up like an invoice or whatever to send, up or receive a payment kind of thing. Um, you just have a QR code, so you can put it on your desk or whatever, and people just scan that or send it to them or whatever, and or just scan it on your phone. Uh, by holding your phone up to that person, and those payments just automatically go to that address and to your wallet, which makes it super easy. So this is where I wanted to make kind of a short kind of video for you guys, help you see and understand the three different layers that goes with Bitcoin, so that your everyday spending, or you're not using your Bitcoin itself and costing you a crap load in fees. You're not paying your bills. Now with well.ca, you can actually pay your bills through with the Lightning Network as well. So you're going to save crap load on your fees as well, doing that as well. So, you can really keep these three layers in concept so much easier because um, now you can just pay your bills in Lightning. So it's super cheap. It costs you next to nothing, and you have your liquid, which is your bank. So when you dwindle down your Lightning um, payments and stuff like that, then you just add to, just add it to back up your wallet, like you would go to your bank or your ATM, and you would grab a bit more money and put it in your wallet. It's the same thing you do with this. Um, Another company I really like, guys, is ShakePay if you're in Canada, because you can use regular shitty money right now. I don't like Visa, as you guys know. I constantly complain about the 20% fees and stuff on credit cards and stuff. So you just do not want to use that. That's why I like it about ShakePay Visa. It is a debit Visa, so you put the money in there, it sits there in your account, and when you tap um, to buy anything with whatever, then it actually takes 1% of everything you spend and put it into Bitcoin. It just automatically puts those things. So it's a good way, especially if you haven't got into the Bitcoin thing yet, and you haven't quite understand how addresses work and so on and so forth. I think it's a great way of getting people involved. So some people are like skeptical or so on and so forth. It's just such a simple, easy way. It's just like you're doing your regular stuff, but yet you're getting a little bit of Bitcoin in that Bitcoin wallet all the time. So then when you go to move it into like cold storage, or want to move it anywhere, then you're starting to get used to then what addresses are and how addresses, how I put this address in and so on and so forth, and everything else. Um, it just makes the process super simple, so that when that day comes, which I believe is going to come, where we're all using Bitcoin as a regular everyday currency, um, it's just going to be so much easier for everyone, when they get to that spot. I also want to throw out there, guys, the reason why also too I am completely bullish on Bitcoin all the time is because now we have the ZTF, and like I was saying earlier, we have uh, states and different things starting to get into it, starting to get political. So Trump and stuff is taking Bitcoin um, as campaign money, and now with the ETF, it's going to be in our pension funds and so on and so forth. It's just going to make it stronger. So I believe we have another 10, 15 years before, maybe slowly, like, it becomes an everyday thing. So it's not going to move as fast as it is now. Um, but as more and more, like hedge funds, certain hedge funds and stuff like that, and pensions and things like that, they can't sometimes just go out and buy a Bitcoin. But the ETF actually has to be physically backed up by Bitcoin. So um, as more and more people buy the ETF because they can't actually buy the physical for the corporation or whatever it may be, in a hedge fund or pension fund or so on and so forth, they can actually buy that and they're still buying Bitcoin, which makes that supply and demand, guys, um, keep going up and up and up and up and up. So I like to pour in as much as I can now and keep saving and saving and saving, because when that time comes, when I really need it, when I want to retire or where it may be, um, I want to have as many coins as possible so that I'm just a multimillionaire and I don't have to go buy, 15 houses or a great big business or so all these things that I have to pay employees for or fix roofs or fix the plumbing or all that stuff. I can just naturally put it into Bitcoin, into my cold storage, and it naturally does that all by itself. Super simple. This is what the problem is with Bitcoin, and people can't wrap their heads around it because everything in this world is we've worked so hard at going, because we can't just put our money into a bank because it depreciates. So you can't do that. So we got to put it into these assets to help it work for us to to grow our money. Except those assets are depreciating as well, but it's not depreciating as bad as sitting in a bank. That's where Bitcoin comes in handy because it just keeps appreciating in value over and over and over and over and over again. So that it just it takes that hard, what normally was hard to try and figure, it just naturally does, just simple. You can just put it in your cold storage and forget about it. And it's where it's nice that a lot of times, like in the future now, we can do with Bitcoin, you can actually lock it in, give it to your great 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 grandkids if you want to, lock it in there, and they can't actually touch it to that day, that month, the year that you set it up for. And so, when they see that, Bitcoin's going up and up and up and up, and this is going, oh, this is awesome, I want to like take some of it out, they physically can't do it till that day. And it's going to be worth so much more in that day. So it's a great way of making our future generation understand the concept of the saving and putting away, because everyone gets going, oh man, I got this kind of money or whatever it may be. So it's I'm massively passionate about this, and as you can tell, and I'm trying to educate everyone that I care about, and my base here, and my YouTube channel. I also all want to help you guys grow and once you succeed. I want it to be simple, like it is for me, to make money without killing myself every day. You can actually retire early without actually having to work till you're like 70 years old, freaking keep going, because you can't, you got to pay for these things. um, you just get rich naturally. Your paycheck, you just get a pay raise all the time naturally. And I would love to be able to show you guys my accounts sometimes, because I'll sometimes take like my paycheck, I'll move it directly into Bitcoin, and then within a week or whatever, I've made $250 or $300 or whatever it may be I've gotten on a paycheck. It'll increase that much in like 3 4 days. It's just so I want to help you guys as I've helped myself and learned to work smarter, not harder, as the thing. So I want you guys to subscribe to the channel because I want to help you out. It also helps with I can't pronounce his words. Helps with the system to help push this information out to more and more people. Like, subscribe to the channel. Push out a comment if you want, so that I can help you direct you to ShakePay or um, a good liquid Bitcoin wallet, or to a Jade or whatever it may be, um, to help you understand more, and so that you can get on to making your money work for you while you sit in a campground, or you sit on a beach, or you sit wherever, enjoying your life, and you're making money instead of today where you're losing money every time you're sitting there. Um, Work smarter, not harder, my folks. Um, my friends, work smarter, not harder. So that's going to be the end of the video. I hope that helped um, with this presentation. That helped in everything. So like, share this video, and help more people pass it on to your friends and family, and we will get everyone set up um, so that everyone benefits from this, not just the elite or anyone else. Um, Bitcoin is for everyone, not someone in the government that thinks, because they're bad decisions, that they can just print more money. We all lose when they do that. It creates more inflation, and there's a better way, guys. You or I can't make mistakes in our lives and just go print more money, and go, oh, maybe I'll start better next time. This is what they're doing, and that's not fair to any one of us. So let me help you get on a Bitcoin standard of living, and you will make more money and save more of your paycheck by doing this. So again, guys, like, share, and pass this on to your friends, and let me help you um, get rich and get your life just easier. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, and have a great day, my friend.